shit on purpose, baby.
Tommie is a scary ass, weak ass, nasty ass, always trying to hit men, but never have the same energy for woman ass hoe. And if I get shot by a BB gun, you know who did it. Let's talk about it. So this part 3 reunion begins with the replacements coming to the stage, honey. You got Wendoli, you got Heaven Marina, you got J.O., and you got Kiva. Kiva looked like she owned business, honey. Kiva looked like she owned business. So they give each other a hug, things of that nature. But then J.O. slaps the fire out Biggie's mouth, honey. And Bigums is just so confuzzled. She was like, wah, wah! I'm sorry, I got my absolute life for that. I really got my absolute life. I wasn't really sure why she did that, but she explained later on what the situation was, and we'll talk about that when we get there. So next, J.O. comes for Anna, honey. She's like, come on, come on. But then Anna was like, you ain't sneaking me, you ain't sneaking me. And then J.O. was like, I'ma let Nunu get her. I'ma let Nunu get her. Ooh, Heaven Marina looked good this reunion, honey. She looked so good. I love it. And I know if I was straight, that ass bitch, to me, I don't know. I think Heaven was the best dressed for this reunion, bitch. You came on business, honey. So next we cut to Biggie complaining to Tommie about, J.O. sneaking her or slapping her. It wasn't really a sneak. I feel like a sneak is like you run behind them and get them, but if somebody is like face to face with you and you just hit them, that's like an ambush. You know what I mean? And J.O. was basically saying, run it, Biggie, come on, run it. But the big bitch doesn't want to run it. She's like, I'm not fighting. You're not getting no clout off of me. You're not getting no clout off of me. And then you got the psychotic bitch Tommie grabbing shit and then throwing it on the ground. For what? Ugh, I can't stand Tommie, and I'm so glad Rollie clocked her tea later on. So then Tommie starts acting belligerent with the security, trying to fight them or whatever, and then Rollie gets at her, honey, and says, stop fighting the motherfucking security. Sit your ass down, bitch. So Rollie's like, get down, come on, get down, let's square up. And then when she finally gets off that couch, Rollie ambushes her, baby. And Tommie is like, like she's backing up. Look at her, just shucking and jiving, But then finally, Rollie gets to her, honey. Yes! Ooh, yes, Rollie, get her, Rollie! And her wig is disheveled, honey, looking like a bird's nest. So then they cut to Anna, and Anna's like, where's Biggie? And that pussy bitch is in the audience. Bitch, why the fuck are you in the audience? You need to get in the field with J.O. I'm sorry, if a bitch ambushed me like that, I'm not going in the audience. I'm lining that shit up and throwing my setup. Ho, you doing all that rushing? Throw your head up! And Santana is clocking her tea. She's like, bitch, you scary. Like, you don't want to fight? Why are you in the audience? Like, run your fade, bitch, run your fade. But then Biggie's like, no, I don't want to listen to you, Santana. You don't run shit. Like, girl, Biggie, Lemmy, get her off the show. Producers, executive producers that are watching this, if you're watching, which I think y'all are, because y'all took my last video down for copyright, but then we had an understanding, you put it back on, okay? But yes, please take that bitch off the show. She is not worthy. She's not a baddie. She's a bitch. She's a pussy. Big for nothing, deep voice for nothing. And then they cut to Tommie, going off in security again, and she literally ends up hitting this security guard, honey. And you could tell, like, the security guard really wanted to, like, hit back because he was so mad, but he stopped himself. And I was like, ooh, but damn, Tommie, you always hitting men. Look at him. He went up and was like, what you doing? I'm not mad at him. Shit. Like, but Tommie gonna come across the wrong man one of these days, and he not gonna play that, oh, I ain't gonna hit a woman shit. He be like, bitch, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. So then Rollie comes from behind Tommie and snatches her wig. Yes, the body shaming behemoth has redeemed herself, in my opinion. Thank God. Oh my God. When Rollie did that, I got my motherfucking life, honey. I got my motherfucking life. And see, that's probably why Tommie brought that BB gun on Baddies Midwest, honey, because she knew she couldn't fight them hoes. Tommie ain't shit. Tommie ain't shit, and she's a clown. The only thing good about her is the way she looks. Without her looks, she would be nothing. Nobody would put up with her bullshit. But because she's so beautiful, people will put up with it. Nah, bitch. Nah, she's a clown. And guess what this bitch does? She spits on the security guard. These security guards are better than I will ever be. Child, you punching me in the face and you spitting on me. Whew, that would take a lot of self-control for me to keep my hands to myself, honey. Tommie, I'm sorry, I can't stand her. I can't stand her. And that security guard ends up walking away, wiping his face off. So then Tommie walks off the stage, but before that, she's trying to throw something, but the security stops her. So backstage, she's just going off at the security again, blah, 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 blah. But then Bobby comes backstage and is like, bitch, you're a demon. You're a demon. What is your problem? You got issues, bro. You got issues. And I'm assuming this is Versace, her sister, because I recognized her voice. She was like, well, you would be messy all day, Bobby. You be messy all day. And Bobby's like, that's my job. I'm the host. And that's really his job. And he didn't do nothing to her besides last touch up on her and tried to get the vape from her. That's it. That's it. That did not warrant her to hit him, okay? And then as Tommie's walking out of the building, she starts accosting the lighting crew and was like, how old are you? You got gray hair and you holding up a light. Just drunk, high, blabbering like a homeless buffoon on the street. So then the audience hears some commotion coming from backstage. And it is Tinkerbella and Meatball yelling at each other, honey. So next things finally calm down and J.O. explains why she slapped Biggie. So apparently when Kiva and Nunu went to the house that one time and Kiva fought Diamond and I guess Biggie had got in and hit Kiva too and Anna. So she felt like since I wasn't there, I had to stick up for my girl. And I was like, okay, but True T, you wanted a moment, honey. You wanted a moment. And you got it. You got it. And it's good. And we're proud of you. At least I'm proud of you for slapping Biggie. Good for you. And I like the wig. Biggie's just talking about, oh, I'm not giving no clout. But Biggie, what clout do you have, girl? I mean, you got this little bitty amount of clout, honey. You don't got that much clout. Who the fuck you think you is, ho? You really on the show for sympathy and payola if you really want to know, honey. Chill. So then Kiva gets out her seat talking to Biggie like, nah, you did hit me. Why'd you do that, ho? Why'd you do that? And Kiva wants to run her fade. But of course this bitch is like, I'm not fighting her. I'm not fighting her. And you can even hear Tasiki telling Biggie, you got to run the fade, Biggie. You got to run the fade. But this scary ass bitch is refusing to. So J.O. get up too, and Biggie runs off stage. She runs off stage and starts going in her microphone saying, I'm not fighting these people. I can't stand a hoe. I can't stand her. So then it's Dia comes to the stage, honey. And immediately Heaven comes over and she ambushed Dia and she whooped her ass. I mean, ooh, Heaven Marina, bop, 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 bop. Oh, yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. And It's Dia is mad as fuck. I mean, she is screaming. She slobbers coming from her mouth. She talking about how Heaven talked about her dead brother. I mean, it was crazy. So Dia and Heaven get separated, and then they cut to Kiva and Tasiki arguing, okay? And Tasiki's telling Kiva, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? And Kiva, she did not want to fight, honey. She was backing up saying, nah, I want to fight. We good. My feelings were hurt from you. My feelings were hurt. Girl, I be ducking that fade from Tasiki too, honey. Child, that'd be like Jonathan and me talking, and Jonathan's like, do you want to fight? And I'm like, no, of course, we're good. I was just hurt. I love you. Child, she knows who to play with and who not to. But I will say this, that would have been a good fight between Kiva and Tasiki, because they both the same size, they both look strong. You know what I mean? That would have been a good fight. So then finally, Heaven and Dia have their fair one. Oh, Dia, okay. Oh, shit. I'm gonna give that a tie. Honestly, I'm gonna give that a tie. So then they get separated again. Dia is going off to Slim, saying it's basically up whenever she sees Heaven, yada, yada, yada. And then, Heaven is just talking her shit on the mic, real loud, screaming, you bitch, pussy ass bitch, da, 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 da. And then Santana's messy ass said, Heaven whooped Delilah's ass, honey. She whooped Delilah. Where is she, by the way? Nobody's on stage. What is this, Baddies or Saddies? And I was like, why did he have to call her Delilah? Is that really her name, Delilah? So next, Miss Etheria Ruffin comes to the stage, and she immediately takes her wig off and swings it in a circle, and she goes to Rollie. She's like, okay, Rollie. But then this big-ass security guard comes and blocks her. But then she do a Kobe Bryant turn, honey. Oh! And then, this is where things went bad for E.T. See, there was water on the floor, and she slipped. Yeah, she slipped, and then the security guard slipped too. And baby, when I tell you Rollie said bop, 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 and you see direct face shots to E.T. Now, I can't show that because I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, it was bad. So they get separated, and Rollie says to E.T., she kind of extends an olive branch and says, I don't want to fight you no more. I don't like fighting people I love. And I'm like, oh, wow, you love E.T.? And it looked like they were going to give each other a hug, but E.T. charges at her. No lie, that's some shit I would do. I'm not even joking. Let's say we're fighting and I couldn't get to you, and then you want to make amends and give me a hug. Bitch, I'm sneaking you right then and there. It's not right. It's not okay. But I'm going to make it anyway in my Whitney voice. Oh, crap. So they get separated. Rollie starts cursing her out some more, yada, yada, yada. Now, I'm not going to lie. This security guard throughout this whole time was making me feel good all between my legs and in my butt and my fucky da diva voice. I don't know. This Samoan one, he be getting kind of fine lately. Ooh, right? So then they finally sit down to have their final thoughts. And then Mariah comes out too with her sunglasses. So Natalie just starts talking about the season, saying, you know, it was crazy, things of that nature. Heaven goes, and basically Heaven's like, bitch, bring me back, ho, bring me back. And I'm like, yeah, bring her back. Bring her back. Then Scotty says her shit, don't really give a fuck about what she got to say. Then Asian Doll goes, basically says that, look, you know, I'm good with Mariah now. Mariah win, lose, or draw. She's cool. She, you know, I respect her. Eh. And then when Jayla goes, she says, look, Callie and Gretchen, it's up whenever I see you. I'm going to fight you every motherfucking time I see you in person, bitch. It's on sight. And they're basically like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Don't nobody care. Then they cut to Sapphire, a bunch of bullshit. But then she brings up how it makes her sad about Meatball and Tinka's relationship falling apart. And Tinka's like, fuck that bitch. I don't care. And then Meatball's like, la 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 la. But then Tinka throws a water bottle at Meatball. And then Meatball throws a chair at Tinkerbella. And as you can see, it hits Anna and she falls on the ground, honey. Then E.T. takes the opportunity to run up on Rollie. And then Rollie picks up a chair and then throws it at E.T. And then they start to scrapping. Woo! And yeah, it's just a whole shit show on the stage, honey. It's just a lot of backstage shit. Biggie runs to the audience again. Why is it every time shit goes down, Biggie runs to the audience? Girl, this bitch is so pussy. So pussy. So then we see Meatball walking off. Then we see Scarface walking off. So then they cut to Janisha and Saucy talking about how crazy the reunion was and all their favorite moments, such as. And that is how this reunion ends. But I want to know what you guys think, and this is the video the YouTube algorithm thinks you should watch next.